my beautiful friends. I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki here. Now, can you believe we are almost to back to school season? It's unbelievable. I'm already seeing some folks getting ready for the dorm and moving to the dorm. And so it is, and if you hear Bentley and Albert in the background, they're a little mad because I'm in my office recording. And I have the door open, and Bentley could care less. Albert's the one. He's my Velcro dog. But I was just stunned at how fast the summer is just going by. Every week is just going by so fast. And so it is really time to start thinking about your kids' closet and your kids' spaces around the home and how you can really bring beautiful function to them as they start out to the new year, because that really gives them, a great start. A lot of times when we think about back to school, we're thinking about school supplies and school clothes and uniforms and all of the things. But one of the most essential things that you can do and start doing now is bringing just a level of organization to their systems and figuring out their systems if you haven't already done so, or even if you have, just reevaluating them to make sure that they function, because kids, they grow up fast and they change. The way they move and think changes with each year, with each month actually. And so it's always important to just kind of look at the systems you have in place for them to see if they really have outgrown them. And so that brings me to the word grow, because that is the method that I like to use when I am organizing a kid's closet. And it's Okay, friends, so now let's jump into the details. And so this closet is my subscriber friend's closet for her nieces and nephews. She has one nephew and two nieces that share this closet. They are with her a large majority of the time at her house. And so she has this closet that is intended for all three of them to share. It's where they keep their toys, which they're really outgrowing their toys at this point. So a lot can be pared down. This is where their clothes are all in here together. But right now, it's really hard for them to distinguish what's their clothes, what's their toys, what's their things. Even though, everything's kind of sitting on a shelf, it's just hard to distinguish. And with the grow method, I like to give every child, that's that G, give every child ownership. And how I recommend doing that is with color. Each child has a specific color that represents everything they have in that closet, from their hangers to their towels to their bins, so that when they see that color, they know that it's their color, it's their things, and they have ownership of it. And so that's important to establish in a closet where you're using for multiple children. It just keeps it simple for them, and it helps you because they can easily maintain it. So that's the first thing, is the G, give every child ownership. And friends, from an aesthetic standpoint, you can have each child's color coordinate. Even when I recommend spouses, share linen closets, I recommend that they get their towels, even though they're different colors, get colors that coordinate, because overall that will give a very seamless look when the closet's complete or when the area is complete. And you may just simply have each child pick their color. It's just totally up to you. But in the end, it is going to be such a better system for the children. Okay, friends, before we jump into organizing this closet, let me share with you Hungry Root. And you have heard me talk about Hungry Root before because you know how much I love it. And with back to school season here and everyone's schedules getting busier, it's such an easy way to save time on meal planning and grocery shopping. Every box includes this guide that shows everything I receive, plus my meal plan for the week. I love that Hungry Root really has high standards for their food, and they have over 50,000 chef-crafted recipes. And most of the meals are ready in 15 minutes or under, which is perfect. It's not just dinner either, friends. You can stock up on your breakfast, lunch, fresh produce, all the things, even the snacks for kids, everyday groceries, all in one order, which just makes it easy. And friends, for a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use code Nikki. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code Nikki. Friends, a little bonus, the ice packs, they are perfect because they're actually plant food, so nothing goes to waste. But friends, my top favorite thing about Hungry Root is just how simple the meals are to make. You know, most of the prep is already done. Most of the meals are under 15 minutes and dinner is on the table. It's fresh, it's homemade, it's high quality. You just can't beat it when you're trying to save time, save that energy, but eat good. Again, I want to remind you that you're going to love Hungry Root as much as I do, because for a limited time, you get that 40% off your first box, plus you get a free item in every box for life. Click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use code Nikki, and that's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code Nikki. Now let's get back into this closet. Okay, so now the R in the GROW method is for reachable by design, and you want the children to be able to reach everything in the closet that you want them to access. And so that's going to take just kind of clearing everything out and resetting your organization, which is exactly what we're doing here. Now, she had this cube system in here, and so that works so great with kids. You might remember I did this with my niece Savannah's closet. This has been a couple years ago, and she still has that same system in her closet because it's reachable. It's easy. They're able to get to their clothes and put their clothes back and their things. You know, you can even use it for multifunctional things such as toys and clothes, but everything looks very streamlined and you can still keep with that color-coded system. So what I'm doing here is just getting all the stuff out so that only the stuff coming back in is the stuff that really they're going to be using in this current life for them. Kids grow up so fast, things change, toy desires change, clothes sizing change. So it's great to give that good clean out before school starts so that you can rebuild with things they're actually going to wear and use. So the next thing is to clear the top here and just get everything off of here. Now, if you have a top shelf, it's always great to put things that you really don't care for the kids to have access to. This could be the sheets for their bed or their towels or certain books that you want to switch out or toys that you want to switch out. However, you know, just things that you don't necessarily want them to touch, even their memorabilia that they don't necessarily need to access. Now, with this closet, we're not doing any renovation. We're not switching the closet up and putting new systems in. This is very cost effective. The only thing that she did do, besides getting their color-coded hangers and bins, is she did get a second cube system so that we really could give each kid the proper amount of space, because these cubes are not only going to be functioning for some of their clothes, such as their stretch pants and things like that, but also for their shoes, also for their books and toys, and it gives them that limitation. So not only does it give them the kind of reachable storage, it gives them limitations to say, okay, 2 bins are for books, or 2 bin for toys, 2 bin for clothes. So they really can keep this system maintained. Okay, so the O in GROW is for organize around their routine. Instead of organizing by categories alone, I like to organize around how the children actually move through their day. When a space supports their routine, getting ready becomes just so much less stressful. You know, teach morning flow, where the school clothes are, where the after school clothes are, sports, pajamas, their homework supplies, craft supplies, whatever you determine to go in here, you want to kind of organize it so that it's around how they work in their space. So as you can see, we had a great time running our mouth, which, you know, I can do that oh so well, while we worked and got all the clothes on the proper hangers for the kids. So every kid, their clothes were on their specific color, and so they could easily identify it visually. So even though all their clothes are going to be hung right together, everyone knows where their clothes are, and it just really helps with organizing around their routine. It makes it simple for them to come in here and save time and get ready, and they're not kind of having to rumble through everything. One thing I want to share with you is when you're hanging pants, you want to take that back portion, you want to fold them and have the front portion towards the front looking at you when you look in the closet, because it keeps it really neat and orderly, because the back is bulky. Like you see right here, there's a straight line. This is even with your pants, but you see in the back where the back side is, it's kind of bulky. So if you hang from that point, it makes the closet look really kind of cluttered. But if you hang where you have that straight line and the bulky back part is looking at the back of the closet, it really keeps things a lot neater. And that's just a little tip that I wanted to share with you. Friends, the final system is the W, win with simple habits. A beautifully organized system, it's only lasting if they're easy to maintain. You know, my goal isn't perfection. It's about creating simple daily habits that really help the whole family stay organized. And with this system now, it's going to help them really get ready easy, know where their things are. We do have to come back and label the bins. We're going to use the Cricut and put them at a nice size so that the kids can see. But up top, she has the things, their sheets and their towels and things that, you know, she wants to be able to grab for them or get for them. So it's really easy up there. And down below, they have each accountability. They have 2 bins each at the bottom for their toys, midway up for their clothes and their shoes. Now their closet's set for the new school year. Friends, I hope this grow method can help you as you get prepared for your kids and back to school season. And I also want to thank Hungry Root for sponsoring this video and to remind you not to forget that for a limited time you can get 40% off your first box plus get a free item in every box for life. So click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use the code Nikki. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code Nikki. I hope you all are doing great. I will see you at the next video. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.